Outer Banks This Week presents The Other Side of Fishing with Captain Marty Brill, a time when the captain shares his deepest thoughts, gives fishing advice, and entertains guests. So here he is, Captain Marty.
All right, back here with another edition of The Other Side of Fishing with Captain Marty, and it's all brought to you by Wanchese Marina. And online at wanchesemarina.com, they got the full-service marina. They consider themselves the working marina. They are constantly, charter fishing. They've got inshore, offshore, nearshore fishing charters that you can book. They got the landing grill, which is a pretty decent little place to eat, Marty. I enjoy going down there and getting a bite when I can.
With a varied menu, a widespread menu. There's just about anything you could want. They have, and I love going down there to Wanchese. Yeah. I've been going down there for a long time before it was the Wanchese. I'm talking about back to the 70s.
Whoa.
And it's always been a great little spot right there in Wanchese, and now they've just added a lot of things, a lot of features, a lot of boats. So you can do it all at Wanchese Marina.
Absolutely. And see, that the thing about Wanchese Marina is they try to do many different activities down there. One of the things that they have done and done very well and has been very successful for them, Captain, and it's coming up in October, is the Harborween party that they do. Like normally that weekend, either if Halloween falls on that Saturday, great. But it's normally like the Saturday before Halloween is when they do it. And it's always a good time. I go down there. I end up, Miss Brenda calls me and she's like, I need you to come down here and host this thing. I'm like, all right, I'll be there. And it's just a good time. The kids.
You went and dressed up as an orca?
No, actually, Marty, I tried to. You're going to get a kick out of this.
Okay.
So you're familiar with wrestling, with professional wrestling. It's one of my favorite things to watch.
I
tried to dress up as the Undertaker one time. And I went in there, had my Undertaker outfit on, and I got called everybody but the Undertaker. Little John Bayless called me Rosie O'Donnell. Thought that's who I was at. I was like, really? He's like, well, that's what I thought you were. I thought I got called Slash from, I got called Alice Cooper. But I was like, no, I'm the Undertaker.
Once they didn't call you one of the Twyfords, you're all right.
Yes.
Because otherwise, they probably hired you.
Yeah, probably. So I did that one. And then one year I was Donkey Kong. That was kind of cool. Well, it was when the Mario movie was big and my kids were into it.
One of my best Halloween costumes I ever did was I went as the Incredible Hulk.
You got that one. You are. Look, thinking about everything that you already do at the gym, you are ultimately that person.
It should have been the Incredible Bulk. That's a story that you'll have to go to our regular podcast and hear my story about Halloween. That was a time when I could not get that green makeup off and I had to go fishing the next day.
And that's listed on the Outer Banks This Week column under the stories. Yeah, that's one of the 41 stories that we have so far. Yeah. So far, we're going to get some more under our belt. But so Wanchese Marina, you can find them online, wanchesemarina.com. And of course, we're all powered by the largest repower center in all of Northeast North Carolina, and that would be Radcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Man, I'll tell you, one of my favorite things that I get to do with you, Captain, is when we get to take a trip out to Belhaven and visit Ricky Radcliffe and Shane and all the fellas over there, Miss Denise at Radcliffe Marine. Visiting them is just a fantastic time all the way around and hanging out there and going to our favorite place, Fish Hooks.
Yeah. Actually, that is one of my favorite places.
Yes.
Simple little buffet, but it's always good.
It's always good. And one of the things, they, Yamaha, Suzuki, Mercury, whatever, they can facilitate, new engine, trying to repower an engine, whatever the case may be. And of course, they were owners of a privateer at one point. Isn't that correct? It was Ricky's brother.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is I've dealt with him through my other jobs, through marine fisheries and other. The reputation is really, really good. That's what you want when you're taking a motor. You need to repower your boat. You want to go with someone that knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. And again, going back to just going over to fish, anytime Mr. Ricky will put us in the truck and he will drive us around Belhaven for a few minutes and go like right down there by the water. And we went that one time and we looked at his little spot where he has his boat, where he keeps his boat in his little mini shop that he has for, doing lures and jigs and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just a lot of fun to go out there. And I mean, you couldn't meet, he's one of the nicest guys you ever meet. Good God-fearing Christian. And I appreciate his friendship, and I really enjoy going out there. And I mean, a quick little plug to A&W Sales out there as well.
I went there yesterday.
You went there, so you were wait a minute, hold on a second, Cap. You went out to Belhaven and Pinetown without me.
I did.
It's kind of messed up.
I tried to offer you first dibs, but you had a conflict.
It was a conflict.
I did go to A&W Sales, and I got my another free ice cream. I hit up Wayne Jr. I took back my spare tire for my bad boy lawnmower that he let me borrow, and went back there and to their store. And the nice ladies back there like, you come for more ice cream? Yep. I did.
But I mean, they've got tractors and everything out there, lawnmowers. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Buildings, metal buildings. Lots of sheds. They do sheds. They do hydraulic lift trailers.
Yep.
Deer feeders, deer stands.
Well,
golf carts.
Yes,
all of it.
That's right. I forgot about the golf cart part, but that's something that you and I are we're going to take the show on the road.
I'm hoping we'll go out there that middle Saturday in October. We talked about it yesterday.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Farm days.
I got it on my calendar. Farm days. I want to say it's like that weekend, like the 10th or something.
The opening day of deer season.
Yeah.
But I would give it up to go there.
Well, I think that might be what you have to do, Captain. We may end up out there I'm going to work on that one. So that's a project. But again, Ratcliffe Marine, you can find them online, ratcliffemarine.com. And then, yes, A&W Sales, AW Sales. I can't think of their URL off the top of my head, but you can Google AW Sales Pinetown and they pop right up. So same thing. If you don't know how to exactly explain to your friends how to find, if you can't share this podcast, Captain Marty's channel, with your friends, you're not sure how to do some of this technological stuff, it's easy. So all you really have to do is go to Google and type in the word Captain and the word Marty. And the first thing that pops up is Captain Marty's landing page on OuterBanksThisWeek.com with all of the fishing shows, the fishing reports, and the fishing stories, and you can listen to them all right there. Simple as that. That's the easiest way I know how to explain it to people, that if I don't have my phone and I can't text them a link or whatever, I say just go to Google and type in Captain Marty, and it's the first thing that pops up.
Right.
So
even I can find my own self.
even Marty can find his own self, and that's important. I mean, you know how too often we lose ourselves.
Ask me, how do I find that stuff? I'm like, I'm not really sure. I've never looked.
Well, I mean, and that's okay.
That's why I have you.
Yeah. See, I try to make it as simple and as easy and as painless as possible. So like if I tell you go to CaptainMarty.com, or excuse me, not CaptainMarty.com. I'm working on that one. But if we can go to OuterBanksThisWeek.com and click on the Captain Marty page, and people are like, well, I'm like, just Google Captain Marty. Done. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Well, Captain, we're going to be getting into some tournament talk because we just had the Boat Builders Tournament a few weeks ago. And, of course, the last fishing show that we did, we went down to Bayless Boat Works, sat there with Miss Nancy, and we sat there with John, and we talked about the Boat Builders Tournament. Now, how did you feel about like everything that went with the Boat Builders Tournament?
That was a great tournament. Good weather, good fishing, popular winners.
Yes,
I should add, and in close competition. They went the third and fourth place. The money cuts off at third place, and that third and fourth place battle went right to the last minute of the tournament. So real popular. Arch Bracher on the Pelican, my old dock partner for years. He won. And he won convincingly on the strength of that double Grand Slam. He almost had a triple Grand Slam. Blew a white in the sail ×3. Didn't quite make that. That's almost never been done. But it was fun. It was a good turnout. And we ended up raising a lot of money for a great cause for these scholarships. And now we're getting ready to roll again with the second part of our local tournament part. Now, when I say local, I mean north of Oregon Inlet. Pirates Cove, we got our Alice Kelly tournament coming up. And that is going to be subject to, it will happen.
Well, that's turned into a 2-day tournament now.
Right.
And that's because we've had some really interesting weather lately. I mean, I can't remember, and you could probably correct me, Cap, because you live and breathe this stuff every day. But like the last time we had a strong nor'easter to keep the temperatures in the 70s, upper 70s. I mean, maybe some places hit 80, maybe a little above that, but like around this time in the first part of August. I mean, I can't remember the last time that's happened. I don't know if you can recall any other times where, like in the summertime, a nor'easter whipped around.
And then a week later, we're sweating like crazy. Yes. It's 100 degrees again. So don't get your hopes up.
No.
I also can remember opening day of deer season in October where it was 100 degrees and so hot. So again,
and the mosquitoes.
Enjoy what you have, but it ain't going to last.
That's right. But I mean, that actually set back the Ocean City tournament, because a lot of our boats that fish the Pirates Cove Billfish tournament are in Ocean City right now. And that's that's what, 250 some odd boats?
282 boats, $7.3 million in prize money. And the problem is they had it set up as a 4 out of 6 day tournament. But now it became a 4 out of 8 day tournament. They added 2 days of fishing up there. Now you got to remember, it cost about $40,000 to enter that tournament. Ooh. Every boat. So, people want to get their days in and fish. And we also know that Hunter Blunt on day one caught that 929-pound blue marlin on the Barber B, one of our local boats. And even though they try to make it sound like it's from Morehead City, it tied up right down there in Pirates Cove.
Okay.
In fact, I just wrote an article about the owner of that boat in this magazine right here in front of me, the Pirates Cove Tournament magazine. Bill Blunt and Barry Martin are the ones that started both Pirates Cove and the tournament.
Okay.
So that was worth $4.4 million. But what you got to remember, it's a white marlin tournament.
That's what I was going to ask.
So when they weighed the first white marlin, it took away money from them. So now they're down to a measly $1.3 million. But there's other things.
Measly 1.3.
Rob Mahoney's got, as of yesterday, had the leading tuna. That's worth $750,000. Anyway,
Mahoney.
Tuna. The largest tuna.
He is a tuna.
All right. Anyway,
I love
now
Rob
he's
Mahoney.
looking pretty good. You ought to hit him up for a pig picking.
Yeah, I saw him not long ago.
But what's happened is a lot of these boats are like right now, midweek, it's really rough. They'll probably fish through Sunday. Well, Sunday is the Alice Kelly's, our day for the Alice Kelly. So we added the Monday, which typically is the day where you clean up after the Alice Kelly, get ready for our 4-day Pirates Cove Billfish tournament. Now we're going to do what we can. And let me tell you, those girls, that's our biggest tournament is the Alice Kelly, usually around 150 boats. And they're all scrambling because they don't know, if their boats fish out through Sunday, which a lot of them will, they've lost their boat for the tournament. Some boats that were open on Monday are picking up some of those people. Like I've seen Dickie Harris and other charter boats say, look, I'm open on Monday, if you need to reschedule. So it's going to be a little bit chaotic.
Well, and I can appreciate like the tournament, directors and everything for Alice Kelly and whatnot in Pirates Cove, extending, you can fish Sunday or Monday. Because I believe now correct me if I'm wrong, but like they're not going to do an awards banquet for Alice Kelly that Monday night. They're going to roll it together with
only in a minimal way, because there'll be Monday night, there'd be too many people by the fire codes. They can't do it on Monday night. Plus, that's the registration.
Exactly.
Busy night for the big tournament and the rules stuff. So Friday night is our wrap up for the big tournament. And what they're going to do is invite only the placing teams from the Alice Kelly to come and get their award. It'll be scaled back and it'll be all we can do.
Well, what can you do? My wife is actually fishing with some of her cronies.
With who?
She's fishing. So she's fishing with Hannah Forsland, that my sales manager, one of the bosses here at Outer Banks this week.
So both of your bosses are going on the same boat?
Both of my bosses are going on the same boat. There's also Emily Prizer, Adam Prizer's wife. She's on the boat. I believe it's her uncle's boat, the Papa Mac.
Oh, yeah, the Papa Mac.
Yeah, it's her uncle's boat. They're going to be on that boat.
Are they here or are they at Ocean City?
No, they're here.
Okay, good.
They're here. Like they're going to actually, like I said, they're going to fish Monday. instead of Sunday. I think that's because they've been really following the weather. And see, Adam's the mate, and he was really wanting. He told me the other day. He said, Justin, he said, I really hope the girls decide they want to fish Sunday instead of Monday because they're going to be fishing the Pirates Cove tournament. And he's like, I don't want to have to fish Monday and then Tuesday and then probably Wednesday. And he's like, just trying to get his week lined up, and it's kind of putting a kink in his plans. But he'll be fine. I know he'll do just fine. But and then I know Carrie, Hannah, Emily. There's a girl named Jenna Nichols that is going to be on the boat. Her husband's in the Coast Guard with Adam Prizer. And there's only 4 that I know of off the top of my head. If I'm missing somebody, Carrie will scream at me and make me fall back on my words later. But regardless, I know that they're really excited about it. So we're going to take a quick break, though, Marty. I want to get into some more tournament talk with you a little bit later, kind of the rules and how things work, because I know like the rules for Ocean City and this tournament, they're not the same. No. They're not the same. And I know you're directly involved. I'm going to be involved with it next week as well. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I want to try to call Aaron Midget down at Teach's Lair. And after we talk with him, we'll go jump back into some tournament talk. So quick break. We'll be back with Captain Marty's Other Side of Fishing. Real. That's the first word that comes to mind when I think about Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor. Yeah, they're the first and last place you see coming to and leaving the Outer Banks on Highway 64 in Dare County, but they're also real when it comes to fresh local seafood. Troy Outland, real. Curtis and Josh, real. The indoor crab shedders, real. Stop by and see for yourself right next to White Shopping Center and check them out on social media. Outland Seafood in Mans Harbor, real.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
All right, back with Captain Marty here on the Other Side of Fishing. And Marty, I'm going to see if I can get Aaron Midget from Teach's Lair on the phone. Let's see.
You want me to show you how?
Well, I might need, sometimes I have to have my hand held, Marty. We know this. Let's see.
Not through all my days in radio have they ever let me handle the equipment. They knew.
Well, you're doing just fine right over there. Let's see. Ring-a-ding-ding.
Teach's Lair.
Aaron Midget.
What's up, buddy?
Man, I'm sitting here with Captain Marty, and I was just thinking about you.
Yeah, well, that's good. I guess.
How's everything going down there?
It's good. It's actually very busy at the moment, or the last hour or so.
Well,
we're rocking today.
What's the weather on your end? It's breezy up here, is it?
Oh, it's breezy, Marty.
Okay.
None of the guys went offshore. They kind of had to. Some of them changed it to an inshore trip this morning, and that's about the gist of that.
Well, I mean, so Aaron, I know you're busy, and I know you. Well, so talk to me a little bit about like how just overall since summer really kicked off. I mean, how fishing's been down that direction. Has it been pretty good?
Well, the last week offshore's been great. Limits of, honestly, most boats have had limits of dolphin with 3, 4, 5 wahoos per boat almost. I mean, not every day necessarily, but there's been a wahoo every day for every boat, and limits of dolphin with a little bit of a mix of a blackfin too. So this week in particular has been good, really good fishing offshore. Inshore wise, drum with this weather, you kind of almost narrow yourself down to drum and some bluefish, and that's what they've been doing this week.
But let me ask you,
with an occasional trout.
I want to ask a question about that because in Hatteras y'all say it a different way. When you say inshore, are you talking about in the sound or near shore, like in the ocean, or both?
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of near shore guys stuff, Marty. I mean, I guess for our near shore, I mean, the bottom fishing guys are running full days. So you know what I mean? So you're near shore, trolling Spanish and bluefish, I assume is what you might be speaking of off the beach. We kind of just pile it all into inshore for us.
Okay. And I know one thing, you have a great group of guys that are, I see their reports on their individual websites, but the out there and they're catching the drum and and they're doing they do great on sheephead and the bluefish, but that you got a great group of guys and girls, I guess, that are fishing what I call the Eastern Pamlico, because I also have guides over on the other side, over in Englehard. But you guys have been sacking them up, to be honest with you.
It's been good. We've had a good fishing year when the weather is allowed, and even when the weather hasn't. The inshore guys, you know the deal. They can kind of figure out something to do unless it's really cracking.
Right.
And it's been fruitful, that's for sure.
Okay.
So, I mean, all those guys have been rocking and rolling down there. I mean, and like you said, it's been very fruitful. We could always use a few more trips, Justin, if you want to send us some. No, I mean, I definitely want you to stay booked full. I mean, year round. I want you taking charters. I want somebody taking charters in February. All right, like.
Trust me, I do too. There's not a lot to be caught inshore that time of year.
I want Will on the back bar to be running trips in February.
Well, those boys would be duck hunting. Well, duck hunting or bear hunting. That's some of the guys do some bear guiding, and quite a few of the boys do some duck hunt guides. So.
Well, they're going to have to retire from that and go ahead and just, get themselves lined up and keep the boat over. You know what I mean? And keep the rigs ready because, I mean, that's the goal.
Right. I wish that was the case.
Well, let me ask.
It wouldn't make my days so long in here in the winter.
Well, we want to keep the charter desk. We want to keep the phone ringing. We want to keep the bookings going. But you also have a couple different elements there at Teach's Lair. Like you do have a full service tackle shop. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. And we are here year round in the tackle shop and in the store. Yeah, they can do any kind of rod repair. We got all the bait and obviously tackle and whatnot you need there. So those guys are good at what they do. Lee kind of runs that for me, and he does a great job.
That guy.
And they also, Justin, have
your buddy Lee.
They also have the nicest boat ramp in Hatteras.
That's true.
And really,
I'd like to think so.
I do. I can tell you it is. And it's really a great and convenient place in the heart of fishing country to launch your boat.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all. And I mean, they got like the only gas station too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of different elements to Teach's Lair. It's like
we do. We got the boutique too, which has been thriving.
Okay, good. I was going to ask about the boutique.
It's a very hit or miss thing, and there's no way to really explain it either way. You'll have some days that are great, busy, and then next day quiet, nothing to it. But that's kind of how that business goes, I believe.
You see, Marty, Aaron has a boutique called Aaron's Boutique. Okay, and he will model clothes for you if you need him to. So
Marty, don't listen to everything Justin tells you, as you know.
It's Queen Anne's Boutique.
We got a lot of great gear here downstairs though in the store.
Yes,
as far as men's clothing and gifts and gear. So
let me ask you this now. Downstairs, you had these speakers called turtle boxes. Mm-hmm. Do you still have some?
We do. We sold out of all the small ones, the Rangers recently, but they're on order, so they should be here any time. I've got plenty of the original size, the mid size, I guess it would be these days. I've got plenty in stock.
I may need you to set one aside for me because I plan to make it a birthday present for my siblings. So
they will be very happy. They'll be stoked.
Yeah, so I'll come down and drop some money in your hand.
It's well worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it. I mean, you have one set up and you're blasting music in there. When I come in, I feel like I'm walking into a party. It's like Teach's dance hall.
It's running. It's on.
Well, Aaron, you got Queen Anne's Boutique upstairs. That's like Victoria's baby, it seems like. And I mean, ladies' clothes, cutesy little dresses and, all that other stuff that they have. And they like now, you got a bar upstairs too, don't you?
Yeah, it's we got a couple different beers on tap at each time, around three at each time, and then we've got we do mimosas. We got a on-off premise license too, so we can get a mimosa, get a beer and walk the docks, check out the catch. And the boutique upstairs too for the women. They can sip and shop.
Sip and shop. Now, Aaron, are you the bartender up there after 3 o'clock?
I am not. No. I will venture up there once in a while once I'm off.
Okay.
I'm retired. I'm looking for some work.
Marty said he would love to be a bartender, a beer stud.
Looking for an extra gig in the evenings. I like it. I like it. It's good money too.
Yeah,
that's right. That's absolutely right.
Tyler's been killing it today. He's been swamped.
Really?
Food truck. Yep. Tyler's food truck, which we got it right outside.
Tucana's, man. And the food is good.
Yep,
Tucana. Marty, next time we're down south, we got to go to Tucana and get the Island Smash Burger that they got there.
Okay.
Man, it is something to be had. Now, last time I went down there, of course, anytime I go by myself, I walk in and Aaron and Lee and Victoria will look at me and be like, all right, what's for lunch? Because they're so used to me buying lunch for them. So, like, we go out there and they get like walking tacos or something weird like that. And I always got to go for the smash burger. And it's really good, Marty. Next time we're down south, you and I.
The no effects burger there already today, and it was amazing.
That's what it was. The no effects. Yes, that's the one that Lee likes, isn't it?
It's got the jalapenos
yes.
and the pepper cheese. And
yes.
Yeah, it's good. Smash burger. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You got me thinking about it now, and I haven't had lunch. So.
Well, you better take Marty out to lunch. You say you take us out to lunch all the time. You got to get out and take Marty.
Yeah,
yes, I guess you're right. I probably better do that. Well, Aaron, let me ask you this, man. I appreciate you giving us a few moments. People want to find you online. They want to know where you're at in Hatteras Village. How can they find you?
Well, as far as location, we're right before you get on the ferry. Milepost roughly like 71 here in Hatteras Village, so pretty much all the way to the south. Phone number 252-986-2460, which they can definitely call us and go them up to the charter that way, or you can jump online, which you can book it that way as well. It's teacheslair.com.
Very cool. Very cool. And I mean, I'll tell you,
yeah, man,
one of my favorite things to do is like whenever my wife and I will go down, take a little day trip down to Ramp 55. And you know what happens at Ramp 55 stays at Ramp 55. But when we leave Ramp 55, we go over to Teach's Lair and hang out for a little bit. And of course, Carrie wants to go upstairs and look at the boutique and everything like that. And of course, it's always a fun time. I mean, it's a great place, great people, guaranteed to enjoy everything at Teach's Lair Marina. So, Aaron.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Trust me. We appreciate everyone that walks in the store.
100%. Aaron, hey, man, I know it goes without saying, but I love you. And all right,
I appreciate that. I know most people probably don't, but I do.
And we'll catch up with you again real soon. We appreciate it, Aaron.
All right, Justin. Thank you, buddy. Marty, good talking to you.
All right. See you, Aaron.
See you, man.
All right, see you.
Later. What a fun guy, Marty, for real. What a fun guy. I've bbeen working with Aaron in the media world for probably 11 or 12 years now. And I always enjoy, like, one of my favorite things to do whenever I have to go to Hatteras is I make a point to go to Teach's Lair. I don't care if I have business to do in Avon and I don't have to go that far, I still go to Teach's Lair just because I enjoy being with them. They're such fun people to talk to. I mean, Lee, I love Lee so much down there in the tackle shop, and those are some fantastic folks. So any opportunity I get to take to go down there and pay them a visit, I'm on it, man. And it doesn't. I talk like, oh yeah, they expect me to buy. Like, no, they really don't. I'll go down there and offer. I'm like, y'all, it's lunchtime. Y'all hungry? And I'll go outside and buy lunch for them and bring it back in. We sit there and eat and just talk. So anyway. One more quick break, Marty. When we come back, I'm going to talk more tournament about Pirates Cove and what we can expect for the tournament and all the different things and the ins and outs of that. So quick break. We'll be right back with Captain Marty's Other Side of Fishing.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine, repair, or repower, I send them to the best in the business, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Honda outboard dealer. Honda motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock safely and quickly. Ratcliffe Marine is best known as the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Honda service, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264, Belhaven.
When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find them on social media. Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks.
All right, back with the other side of fishing with Captain Marty. And Cap, we've talked a little bit about Pirates Cove tournament, a little bit about the Ocean City, Maryland tournament that's going on right now, the White Marlin Open. We talked some about it, and we kind of left it hanging with like the fact that the White Marlin Open and the Pirates Cove tournament, it's not all tournaments operate the same.
No, the White Marlin Open, which many claim is the largest, what determines the largest billfish tournament? Is it the prize money, the number of boats? The Big Rock tournament is a huge tournament. The Mid-Atlantic tournament out of New Jersey, big tournament. These are heavy-hitting, big money tournaments. But what makes them so big is that the Big Rock and the Ocean City tournament, the biggest money, the name that goes on the trophy is for the largest fish. So the Big Rock, they all the tournaments have various prize categories, but those two tournaments are set up on the biggest fish. So a White Marlin averages 60 to 80 pounds. Up there, it has to be 70 pounds to qualify. So you could win millions of dollars literally on a fish that's 72 pounds and be beaten by a fish that's 73 pounds.
Yeah.
It's really a tight little window, but that's the biggest fish. In the Big Rock tournament, it's a blue marlin always that wins the big money, and the name goes on the trophy for whoever caught the biggest fish. In the Pirates Cove tournament and in the Alice Kelly and in the Boat Builders Tournament, our three local tournaments, and in both of the Hatteras Village Offshore Open and the Hatteras Marlin Club Tournament, there are prizes for the biggest fish, but it's a accumulation of points tournament.
Right.
To me, a much bigger test of skill.
Yes.
All right. So you got to think about that before everybody starts sending in complaints. All right. So the reason those tournaments have 200 to 300 boats in them is because one bite can win you the tournament. Okay. One bite. If you get the right bite and it's the big fish, you win. But everybody is putting in the Ocean City tournament $40,000 to enter all the categories. Pirates Cove, 15 to 20 grand. But the problem is a lot of people say, well, I'm not going to go there and compete in a points accumulation tournament against the local boys, which is not a fair argument. So a lot of Pirates Cove is a bragging rights tournament. People want to come and beat the local boys. And if you look in the history of this magazine I'm holding right here in front of me, it's almost an equal balance between charter boats and private yachts. So for the private yacht guys to say we can't beat the locals, they do beat the locals.
Right.
You know, in the Boat Builders Tournament, Arch Bracher won that tournament. But the point being, they're different. We're an accumulation of points. Now, one thing that's interesting in our tournament, we haven't killed a blue marlin in 3 years. But if one was big enough and met the criteria to bring to the dock from 400 to 699.99 pounds, you get 1 point per pound.
Okay.
And that goes into your accumulation of whatever other points you have. From 700 pounds and up, you get 2 points per pound. So if you came in with a 900-pound fish like they did in Ocean City, that fish would be worth 1,800 points.
Yeah.
So you're really going to put you way out there. So here's the other thing. In our tournament, everything else is release. So sailfish, white marlin, and spearfish, they end up getting, I believe it's 75 points apiece.
Okay.
Right. And blue marlin as well, 75 points, unless you can photo verify that it is a blue marlin.
Talk to me about that photo verification. That was going to be one of my questions for you.
So if we believe that a blue marlin catch should be more meritorious, and what was the pattern, the way we do that now, because it used to be, you'd say a blue marlin's worth 300 points. And some people say, I had a little blue marlin, and you're like, wait a minute, you sure that wasn't a white marlin or a sailfish? So the way we do it, we give them a ribbon every morning, a piece of ribbon. It's a certain color. I mean, they don't know the color until that morning. They take that ribbon, and if they get a blue marlin on the line, they have to hold some of them put it on their hat, some put it on the rod, some tape it to the boat. That ribbon has to be in a picture for that day with the blue marlin. And when you get back to the dock, whether you take that picture on your phone, your GoPro, however it's done, a drone, whatever, that you bring it back to the dock, and we have photo verifiers. And if they say, yes, that's a blue marlin, well, then that blue marlin's points went from 75 to 225.
Wow.
So that's one way the blue marlin points are different. That's one thing. So yeah, all billfish are equal 75 points unless you can prove to us it's a blue marlin that you released, and then you jump it way up like it should be. The other thing is we have sonar and non-sonar categories. That will go by the wayside in the next few years. But a sonar is an advantageous piece of equipment that comes out of the bottom of the boat. It can look 360 degrees, and it can tell you, hey, there's a blue marlin over there 200 yards to the right or left.
Okay.
To the right would be port or starboard, Justin.
The right would be starboard.
Very good. All right, so to port or starboard, trying to trap you, but it didn't work.
No, Marty, I've been out. I've been out the inlet one or two times.
Okay. So anyway, so now what we do is if you're a sonar equipped boat for that same blue marlin, you get 225 points. And if you're no sonar on your boat, that blue marlin would be 300 points. So you get a few more points by catching it without a sonar.
So, but you believe that technology is going to become so widespread that type of scoring is going to end up fading away at some point?
Yeah, the way it used to be, we had basically two separate tournaments, and that was no good.
I remember, last year, I think that you were kind of having to dance back and forth through some of that when you were doing some scoring. And I remember, not saying that you were like, it was stressing you out, but it seemed like it was hectic from time to time because you were like, was that sonar or non-sonar?
Very hectic.
The boats actually have to say what like last year, for example, they had to say what category they were entering. Isn't that correct?
When they register, Once you make that decision, it's good for the whole tournament.
Yes.
Even if your sonar breaks down, you're still
sonar. Well, so we got, like I said, we were talking earlier, we got Alice Kelly. That's turned into in a lot of ways, a 2-day tournament, but you can only fish Sunday or Monday. You cannot fish both.
Right.
Okay. And then, of course, the Pirates Cove Billfish tournament starts Tuesday, and you can only fish 3 of 4 days, correct?
Right, that's correct.
Okay. So with all of that, you said it was about 150 boats typically show up
for Alice
Kelly. And what are we talking in the upper 70s, 80s?
90 is what we're hoping for the big tournament.
For the big tournament.
It's looking pretty good, but the problem is this weather and having boats stuck in Ocean City it might make some people say, someone said to me a little while ago in town, said, well, don't you think some boats, if they're not doing very good at Ocean City, would just say, heck, let's throw in the towel and get on down to Pirates Cove? No, that's not how it works. Because remember, number one, they put $40,000 into an entry fee.
Right.
And it's a big fish tournament.
That's right.
We were just talking about.
That's right.
So all it takes is one bite to win part of that $7.3 million.
It was funny. I was talking to my dad, dad fished for years. And of course, doing all the stuff that I'm doing with tournaments these days with you, Dad brings it up to me, and he was talking to me about Ocean City, Maryland, in the White Marlin Open, and he said, Justin, he said, you know how all that works, and he kind of ran through it with me again, but he's like, John Bayless can go catch 200 fish. I can catch one, and I'd whip his ass. Yeah. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
But it was just funny the way he said it.
Same thing happens. The same thing happens at the Big Rock tournament too. But those are like almost like lotteries. You got to have, but one bite can put it there. And
change the whole thing.
And keep in mind, all this stuff there's photo verification, there's sonar versus non-sonar, but above it all, and people are always amazed to hear that, we have a licensed polygraph test. Oh yeah. And I know the guy well. He's been doing it for years. He comes down from Virginia Beach. So if you're in the money, any boat in the money, but usually the first 3 boats, we'll tell you on your way in, and we can say captain, mate, or angler, but send so-and-so over here, and the polygraph guy, they'll go in a house at Pirates Cove, and they have to pass before they get the prize money. We've never had anybody fail.
Well,
Ocean City has. About 4 years ago, the guy that had the big money failed the polygraph, and it doesn't stand up in a court of law, but it does stand up in a Billfish tournament, because you sign a thing in the beginning that says, I'm good with that if I have to go through the polygraph.
Wow. But it keeps people honest. And I remember fishing this tournament. I mean, you would think, but I remember fishing the Pirates Cove tournament with my dad back in, I want to say it was 2003 or 2002, somewhere in there. And I remember this strange individual just getting on the boat with us. Didn't know who he was, and nobody seemed to know who he was. But then I was made aware that he was the observer. And I was like, well, what is this guy? Observer? What are you talking about? I mean, in a lot of ways, it kept people honest. And the guy was super nice. But, I mean, I could appreciate it at the time. I was like, this is just another person in the way. We're trying to fish. And and then I found out later, I believe at one point, Marty, you were in charge of putting those people on. I did
that for years. Yeah. That was a headache. There are nowadays in some of these specific tournaments, there is an observer school, and some tournaments still use observers, but they're highly trained, well paid. It's not a volunteer thing. I mean, oh my gosh, we had a volunteer observer. Some of them did a really good job, but a lot of them couldn't tell the difference between a white and a blue marlin. That's where the photo verification, we have professionals that have been in the business looking at those pictures that know the difference. So that was a problem. One day, we always told them in our little school we had before they went fishing, do not drink on the boat. Do not drink. I mean, you can't have your judge drinking. And we had one guy, his name was Steve, and late that afternoon, all the observers are coming in, checking in. How was your day? They're checking in with me. I'm checking them off the list. Nobody, where's Steve? Nobody's heard from Steve. Finally, the boat he went on called me. Said, can you come to our boat? I'm like, yeah, why? Just because we need you to get your observer. I'm like, what's wrong? He says, well, he's been passed out since about 2:30. Oh, this Lord. Afternoon. He got into their liquor cabinet.
Oh, my gosh.
And we had to carry him off the boat. That was the last year we did observers.
Wow. Well, sounds like it's going to be an exciting week.
Yeah, I think it will be.
I know that I'll be out there doing some up to the minute things with your podcast channel for the tournament, giving updates and everything. Moose is going to be out there with the radio station. We'll be like the 3 amigos or the 3 stooges. I don't know how you want to call it, but like sitting at the communications table.
That will be for the 4 days of the big tournament.
Yes, 4 days of the big tournament. Yeah, good. And
thought. Alice Kelly will be a mob scene. It's the best day to come out and see all the shenanigans, but it's also, you got to be careful about the parking. So don't get your car towed away. Best thing I could recommend is park across underneath the bridge there at Pirates Cove, and they'll have some trams running, hopefully. But just go for a walk around, you know. But don't try to get close or park on somebody's, a lot of those rentals units people need to get in and out. Don't block anything.
That's right.
If you come over there.
That's right. And I told my wife, because she's fishing Alice Kelly, as we talked about a little bit ago. She always wants like and honey, I love you. I'm not talking ugly, but like the glitz and glam of like me and the boys waiting for her to get back at the dock waiting. And we did that a couple of years, and like it seemed like it was always later. We would get there at the certain time that she said that they were going to be back. She would call me when they were coming through the inlet or whatever. And we would sit there for like an hour and a half waiting and waiting and waiting. So I finally told her, I said, honey, I love you. But if you don't have a chance at winning the tournament, we'll see you when you get home. You know what I mean? Because it's like the traffic, the amount of people that are swarming all over the place. Like you said, like a lot of people like to go for all the festivities and things like that, and for the party element and everything like that, and just enjoying being around all these people. It's nothing personal. Like I'm not about that. If I'm not out there for work, like I'm just not about it. I'd rather be at home with my boys. Yeah. So I told her, I said, unless you are bringing home, you got a outrigger full of blue marlin flags, we're probably going to just see you when you get home. So anyway, one more quick break, Marty, and then we're going to talk to Lily and Captain Ben down at the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. They just had their youth fishing tournament. Going to see how things are going with the boat this year and talk to them more about all the fun things with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. So quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchese.
Are you ready for a fishing thrill like no other?
Oh, there he is! There he is! Oh, got him up!
As seen on WikiTune Outer Banks, the Carolina Girl, captained by majestic Jesse Anderson, is a custom, luxurious 53-foot Jarrett Bay built boat running out of Hatteras Harbor Marina. Let Jesse and her crew give you a fishing experience of a lifetime. To book a trip, go online to CarolinaGirlSportFishing.com. Carolina Girl Sport Fishing, your offshore adventure awaits.
All right, Captain, we're going to call Lily and Ben from the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. I spoke with them. They had their big kids fishing tournament this past week. I spoke with them the other day and I said, hey, why don't we get you on the phone with the captain? Let's talk about what's been going on with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2 and also just some different things, some fishing that they've been doing and what they've been catching. So let's, you want to give them a call real quick?
Yeah, we will. That's a headboat fishing. My roots are in headboat fishing. Ben Brown, the captain, is a friend of mine, and I'd love to give him a call.
All right, let's give him a call. Let's see if we can get him on the phone.
Miss Oregon Inlet is what I tell everybody is like a floating fishing pier, and it really is. And y'all bear with me today, Justin, on my voice.
Hello.
Hey,
there we go.
Is this Lily?
This is Lily.
Hey, Lily, it's Justin and Captain Marty here with The Other Side of Fishing. How are you?
Hello. We are good. Captain Ben and I are here.
Oh, Captain Ben he's available. Captain Marty, got Captain Ben and Captain Marty. I think we should let them just rap.
I was Lily. I was really pleased in church several Sundays ago when Ben told me he was going to be running the Miss Oregon Inlet. He's a great guy, and his father and I were friends and dock partners for a lot of years. But good morning, Ben, or good afternoon, whatever it may be.
Good morning, you guys. How you guys doing?
We're good. So give us a little rundown, Ben, on, of course, I know did you have like 90 kids in the kids tournament? How'd that go?
Yeah, that went pretty all right. Everybody caught something, and everybody seemed pretty stoked. They all had a pretty good time, got off a boat and got to hang out, and they got some awards and all. Biggest fish and the most fish and first fish, and so they seemed like they enjoyed it pretty well.
And you divided them into two groups, right? You had a younger group went first and then an older group, or was it the other way around?
That's right. No, you had a younger group went first, the ages 6 to 10, and then the second group was ages 11 to 15.
Okay, so here's my big question: which group paid better attention to instructions?
I would say definitely the younger group.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
They had a knack for making sure that the gear was on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's good. That helps.
Yeah, it does help, definitely.
Yeah. The other group, they were anxious to see what was going on down there, so they wanted to crank it up and let it back down. And anyway,
that's because of that age they get to where they think they know everything. So
that's right.
A great day. So the Miss Oregon Inlet, I always have called it. What it reminds me most of is a floating fishing pier, and it can move around all day long. So tell folks a little bit about the boat, Ben, and how fishing is right now.
Well, fishing's it's been all right. The nor'easter here is kind of helped and hurt in some ways, It's just like any other day. Some days we catch something, some days we catch a little less, but you never know. The biggest thing is you never know what you're going to catch, and just keep on open. But so the boat's 65 feet. It holds, 65 foot. It was built by the lady at the company, there that built Headboats back in the day, 1975. And she holds 65 people inside of the bridge there. But so on the ocean trips, we take 49 max.
Okay.
And so like you say, fishing pier, that's a pretty good pretty good comparison, I'd say.
Well, a lot of the same species, sea mullet, bluefish, trout, drum. But
that's right. Yeah. We try to make sure that the people understand as far as the inshore is concerned, that they're paying fish, like you say, bluefish and trout and sea mullet and whatnot, flounders and all that such. So
the way I look at it, Ben, is it's a great introduction for fishing, for boating at a great price. So you can get on there and it's a half a day, a 4 hour. What is it? A 4 hour trip, right? Am I correct?
That's right.
Yeah. So,
yes, sir. On the inshore it is.
So it's not so grueling, and you can go out there and most of the time you're in calm water on a big, comfortable boat and you got everything you need right there. It's a great way to introduce your family to charter fishing is what I say.
That's right. Yes, yeah, I've heard it called the gateway to the rest of the charter fleet here. It like you said, the price there's $62 on the inshore for an adult and $75 for adults in the ocean. And even getting to go in the ocean, a lot of people have a handful of people, too many to go on a near shore boat, so going out there off the beach and getting to go drop on the bottom. I think that's a pretty good opportunity too, like you said.
And what are you catching on that ocean trip? Like sea bass? What are you catching for that one?
That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah, we've been catching sea bass and triggerfish, and we've been seeing some craters actually here this past month. But we've seen all kinds of stuff out there. Look, every once in a while we'll catch something a little different. There's some sea robins out there, and we've seen a couple snappers here and there, little sand bass, and all kinds of. There's quite a variety out there, really. So
Ben, you mentioned something right there. Of all the fish I've had the pleasure of eating in the ocean, in the Sound, in Florida, and North Carolina, all the places I've been, there is no better eating fish than a triggerfish to me. It's my all-time favorite. That's right. Yeah, they're a little hard to clean. Of course, you guys can get to have that taken care of. But once you do, you take that fillet and cube it. Don't dare bread it. It's a waste to cover it in breading. You just take it and saute it in a little garlic butter. And a little salt and pepper, a little garlic butter, and man, oh man, is it ever good. Just that way. All they eat is crabs and shrimp, so that's what they taste like to me. Do you like them, Ben?
Yes, sir. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I'd say they're pretty good, and they've been pretty big, too. I think we had a couple of them, handful a couple of days ago that were 19 and a half inches apiece, and they were, that's pretty nice. Everybody's pretty stoked over that.
Well, that's some really good fishing. I mean, I haven't had a piece of triggerfish in a long time.
Oh, yeah. Me neither, Ben.
Little that's right.
Hey, I know where you can get some.
Okay. Yeah. Where, Lily?
I can book you right now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We might have to talk about that one, Cap. We may have to talk about that one.
We went on the Miss Oregon Inlet last year, and we had a great, fun trip.
Oh, my gosh.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, we would love to have you guys back, too.
Yeah, that was fun. I kicked back and relaxed and left the drive. It's like the Greyhound bus. We'll leave the driving to Ben.
Yes.
Hey, so Ben, for you,
good hands.
Yeah, I believe it because I know him well enough to know. Ben, so what have been the challenges? Are you docking that thing pretty good? I mean, that would scare me, that big boat. But you do well.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, so far so good this year. Everything's been pretty smooth. She back's right in the slip like a dream. I've got. As you know, I've got them couple shad boats, and they don't handle nothing like this thing handles remarkably.
Really? That's interesting.
Yes, sir.
I hope I didn't jinx you, but it's all right. So tell us a little bit about the trips and the hours and how you get set up to book the Miss Oregon Inlet.
Yeah, so the inshore trips, morning and midday. Morning and midday inshore trips are 4 hours. And like I say, they're $62 for adults. And so the inshore midday would be Tuesday and Thursday. And Monday, Wednesday, and Friday would be ocean trips. And like I said, that's $75 a person. And anyway, the ocean trips are 5 hours instead of 4. But the morning sound trips are the same price, and they're 4 hours, and that is every morning of the week. And then 3 afternoons Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we take people fishing for 2 hours from 6 to 8. And anyway, the price is
okay.
$39 a head for adults there for the 2 hour trip.
Okay.
And, anyway.
So there's something in every price range, really?
That's right. Yes, sir. Yep. Something for everybody.
Okay. So how do folks book to go on? And I know I'd like you to, let's start out by just talking about an individual by the head, which is why they're called headboats. How do you get signed up to go fishing?
You can go check out our website at missoregoninlet.com.
Okay.
And when you go to the calendar, you click the date and all of the available trips for that day are listed. And you can click through and look at all the prices and book by the head like that. Or you can visit Oregon-Inlet.com.
Okay.
Search for the Miss Oregon Inlet Headboat. Same thing. You go to the calendar, you click on the date, and it has all of the available trips that day.
Okay.
Or you can call 252-441-6301, extension 1 for the Miss Oregon Inlet Headboat, and the booking desk will help you out.
Wow, so there's lots of ways to do it. Now, I want to broaden that a little bit because it's called a headboat for a reason, but you guys do specialized charters where you can charter the whole boat. Is that correct? Like weddings or special events? Tell us about that.
So we can do, if you want to go out in the ocean, like we can carry 49. We have been doing quite a few spreading of the ashes this year. Mm-hmm. We have done children's birthday parties. We've done baby showers. Just the options are endless of what you could do on the boat. Yeah. There's plenty of room inside the cabin. It's very large and roomy. It has a bar, 2 dinette tables with benches that everyone is welcome to use. We have a head on board near the stern of the boat for everyone to use.
And a head,
so really anything.
And you want to explain to our listeners what a head is?
I thought that's why they called it
Lily
a headboat.
knows what a head is because she's tied into 3 or 4
Is
boats.
it not the same head as we talk about with the headboat? It's a different head?
It's a different head. The head. Go ahead, Lily. I'll let you explain.
It's
a toilet.
That's going to be a bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Oh, it's the commode.
Bathroom on board.
Yeah, which is important.
You're going to want that, especially we're very family friendly. So when you start taking younger kids, you're going to want a bathroom.
Yep.
That's
okay.
Right.
So we got that. So you can go by the person. You can book the whole boat.
You can book the whole boat.
Yeah. You can do the one we went on was kind of like a twilight cruise.
That was fun.
That was really pretty.
Was a good
we
time.
watched
We
that
fished,
sun setting.
We cruised around. Kids had a good time.
Okay.
You know, and it was actually, it was a special day because it was the Captain Marty fishing guide release party at the same time. We had just gotten in the latest Captain Marty fishing guides. And of course, I brought a Sharpie and I was like, we need to get Captain Marty to sign some of that. I was like, Captain Marty, will you sign my fishing guide?
Yeah, I did it. That and $5 will get you a cup of coffee at 7-Eleven.
Well, see, I'm telling people right now that I think I saw one of your most recent autographs, Marty, pop up on eBay the other day, and somebody was trying to get rich, and I was like, no, I went and flagged it and everything. So.
Well, we know that Ben's getting ready to go to sea here in a minute, so we won't keep him. But Lily, we are tickled to death to have you as our longtime sponsor with all the stuff I've been doing for years. And I'm very grateful for that. And the Miss Oregon Inlet, the best, always what I recommend is go down to the dock and talk to the captain and the mate. Whatever.
Absolutely.
Lily, owns 2 charter boats, right? You also have a sport? Yeah, okay. So don't you agree that you can book through all the services, but really if you'll go down and just talk to the captain and mate, you'll find out a lot about the service you can expect, and you build up a little rapport. So stop by. Yeah, that's what I always like. Anything else you'd like to add, Lily or Ben?
We're just so happy to be with you guys and looking forward to getting more people out on the water and introducing them to fishing.
All right. I started as a 9-year-old on a headboat in Daytona Beach, Florida, where I grew up at Ponce Inlet. And the adventures I had from when I was the bait boy from 8 to 12 years old, the headboat I could hit with a rock from my house. And then from 15 and 16, I was the second mate. And then my summer before high school, I became the first mate. And then I came up here and switched over to sport fishing. So anyway, I have a love for headboat fishing and the Miss Oregon Inlet, and I think the world of Ben, and Ben comes over and goes to church with me a lot of Sundays, so it's really nice. But
yeah.
All right,
very cool.
Well, Lily, we appreciate it. And, we were talking a moment ago about like parties and stuff like that. And I remember I was talking to Lily on the dock while I was waiting for Austin. Austin was part of the youth fishing tournament this past week. And while I was waiting, Lily had made a comment to me. She had said that Edward Lee Mann's grandson, they'd had a birthday party out there on the boat for him. And it got me thinking. I was like, Austin's birthday is coming up at the end of September. And I pitched it to Carrie, and I was like, hey, what do you think about getting the Miss Oregon Inlet and taking Austin out there and doing like a party out there? And she was like, I love that idea. So we're going to try to see if we can get that all figured out in the near future, because that sounds like we want to make it work for you. It sounds like an absolute blast. And Lily, I know that like y'all will take great care of us, because that's just that's what y'all do for everybody. So
and keep in mind, no fishing license required.
I was going to ask.
Don't you offer some stuff on there, snack bar type stuff?
We do have a snack bar now this year, a new addition. We have bottles of water, we have some sodas available, and then a variety of snacks that do change, but usually some little bags of chocolate chips, goldfish, fruit snacks. We'll usually do some sort of candy, like chicken. A ring pop for the kids.
Fried chicken.
So, yeah, fried chicken.
No fried chicken. I'm kidding.
Oh man, that would have been great.
I'll be down there tomorrow.
Right.
And so they have they have all the tackle you need. Although you can bring your own tackle. Is that allowed?
It's kinda. I mean, sometimes people will show up with it, but it's not. You know what I mean? We have all that stuff ready, and we'd like to try to make sure that everybody does the same fishes the same way.
I got you. So that everybody's on equal footing. Okay. But you guys, I used your fishing tackle and it was nice stuff.
It was.
So, all right.
Yes.
Cool deal. Well, hey, look, we're going to let y'all get back to it. We know Captain Ben's got to get a group out there and do some fishing. Yeah. We appreciate
He's got to go fishing.
That's right.
Well, we appreciate y'all for giving us a few minutes today to talk about the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. And we know that, the success and everything that y'all have there has been phenomenal. And the people that come out there, I mean, their return year after year. If they get on the boat once, they'll be back on the boat again. So,
yes.
But hey, look.
Yes, we hope so.
Absolutely. Well, hey, look, y'all have a lovely day, and we appreciate you giving us some time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Get talking.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Fun people there, Marty. Yeah, super fun people.
They are, and they both have great radio voices.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and like they, well.
First thing I always notice, like my voice is lacking today. They're like, maybe we should switch roles.
No, Marty, I think you're okay. See, the thing is you don't give yourself enough credit sometimes, I think. But you know what? We can work on that. Quick break. When we come back, more from the other side of fishing with Captain Marty.
Frisco Woods Campground, a family-owned gem for over 50 years, offers a perfect getaway on Hatteras Island. Whether you prefer tent camping, electric water sites, RV spots, or primitive camping cabins, there's something for everyone. Guests enjoy free hot showers, a refreshing pool, and breathtaking sunsets over the Pamlico Sound. Nestled in nature yet close to local attractions, Frisco Woods Campground provides a peaceful retreat with modern comforts, making it an ideal destination for outdoor enthusiasts and families alike. Book online at thefriscowoodscampground.com. Frisco Woods Campground, 50 years of memory making on Hatteras Island.
Looking for adventure? Head to Pirates Cove Marina in Mania, where exciting charter fishing meets waterfront vibes. Whether you're a seasoned angler or first-timer, enjoy offshore, nearshore, and inlet trips with expert crews and quality boats. Need fuel? Pirates Cove offers diesel and non-ethanol gas. Need rods, reels, bait, tackle, and marine supplies? Pirates Cove has that too. Visit their ship store for premium sunglasses, exclusive Pirates Cove gear, and unique gifts. After your trip, relax with snacks, cold drinks, and stunning marina views. Book your charter today at fishpiratescove.com or stop by for a day of adventure, shopping, and relaxation. Catch the big one and make unforgettable memories at Pirates Cove Marina in Manio.
All right, we're back here with Captain Marty and the other side of fishing. Just got done talking to Lily and Captain Ben down at the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. And I mean, we were laughing and carrying on with the trip that we did with them last year. And I mean, it seems like the youth fishing tournament went very well. 90 kids.
Even, yeah.
90 even kids. I mean, the biggest tournament they've had to date. And they're obviously going to do it again next year. But I mean, they're just family fun. It's like you said, it's a floating fishing pier.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And I say that because it doesn't require a fishing license, but it moves around all the time. The pier can't move.
Yeah.
Well, until a hurricane comes.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's really great talking with them, and brings me back to my roots.
Yeah. So, I mean, and you got all the days fishing on the Headboat at Ponce Inlet. I'm sure it definitely does. And I'm hoping that maybe we can organize. You heard Lily, she wants to take us all out again. So hopefully we can do another company trip, take Marty out and the fam and have some good times with, out there on the Miss Oregon Inlet too. So, well, Cap, we're going to wrap this thing up. Give me some closing thoughts. What are you thinking about right now? I see the gears turning.
Well, I know it's going to be a busy week for me over there at Pirates Cove all week, but I do hope folks will come over and say hi. We'll be out on the dock in the evenings. The pavilion is open, so you can walk through. You can participate in all kinds of things. You can buy shirts. You can buy meal tickets on some nights, which will include the bar. But really, the best thing you can do is just come in the cool of the evening and sit around and we will. The question I'm most asked is, are you going to weigh any fish? We will weigh tuna, dolphin, and wahoo every night, meat fish.
Right.
We only weigh a marlin if it's over 400 pounds. Again, as I said, we haven't weighed one in a few years, but we have weighed some big ones over the years, including the Mimi's fish in 2008 was 1,228.5 pounds. It's one thing about Oregon Inlet, we have the biggest blue marlin in the world. Anyway, but it'll be a great time to get out there. Other than that, there's a great opportunity for drum fishing out in the Sound right now. The big drum bite is on. The drum off the piers. Jeanette's Piers had a great week on the drum fishing. We just talked down to Hatteras, and we talked a little bit to Teachers Lair, Marina, to Aaron. And those guys are really good. Speckled trout bite, bluefish, sheephead, and drum down there. I've been keeping track of what's going on the Western Pamlico. That's good as well. So go out and what line? You know what I always say, Justin? You ain't gonna catch them in the motel room.
You ain't gonna catch them in the motel room, and I hope that the good Lord blesses you.
Yeah. Always.
All right. Amen. I know that's right. All right. Going to wrap this up with the other side of fishing and Captain Marty, of course, all brought to you by Juan Cheese Marina and online at juancheesemarina.com. And powered by Radcliffe Marine out of Belhaven, the largest repower center in all of Northeast North Carolina, and online at radcliffemarine.com. Cap, I hope you have a great week out at Pirates Cove. I know I'll be out there with you a little bit, and we'll check in with you after Pirates Cove and see how everything went.
Yeah, well, thank you, Justin. Have a great week.
Thank you for listening to The Other Side of Fishing with Captain Marty Brill. Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast app. Just search Captain Marty and share this episode with your favorite fishing friends.